Hello everyone, I welcome you all for this session, that is arithmetic and logical groups in ARM instruction set. In the last session we have covered the classification of ARM instruction set, where the instruction set is classified into data processing instructions, branch instructions, load store operations, SW and PSR instructions, and some of the pseudo operations in order to load certain constant values. In data processing instructions, we have studied a little part, that the first category, that is move and MUN instruction as a simple data transfer instructions in the last session. In this session we are going to cover the different arithmetic and logical instructions available in ARM instruction set along with some examples. Before going into the actual arithmetic instructions in ARM processor or the instruction set, we need to understand the general syntax or the general format of arithmetic instructions. The general syntax of any arithmetic operations or the instructions available in ARM controller follows this syntax. This is the first field, that is instruction field. Then the second field is conditional field. Then the third one is status field. Then the fourth one is operands field. Okay, so general syntax follows four fields. The first one is, that is mandatory, that is instruction field, that represents the actual operation, and it can be represented with any of the mnemonics like add, sub, instructions like that. Then the second and third fields, they are enclosed between flower brackets, indicating that they are optional. It means these fields are inserted wherever the necessary takes place. And here, if these two fields are omitted, the instruction will not check any condition or will not update any status. In condition, as we have studied in the last session, there are different conditions based upon the conditional bits in CPSR register, that is NZCV conditional flags. So based upon conditions, you can execute this arithmetic instruction. If conditional field is not applied, then this instruction is always executed. Now coming to this third optional status field. So normally by default ARM instructions will not affect any status field in CPSR register except compare instructions. So in this arithmetic instruction, by default they will not modify any of the status field. So whenever we append S field here, so then only this instruction will going to affect NZCV flags in flag register. Then now coming to the fourth field, this fourth field contains three operands, that is RD and RN and N. Here this RD acts as the destination for in order to hold the result of arithmetic operation. It may be addition or subtraction. Then Rn and N indicates two sources. In these two sources, Rn is always a 32-bit register. Then N can also be a 32-bit register, and it is having some other sources. It can also be the result of barrel shifter or the output of the barrel shifter, and or it can be an immediate number also. Okay, so this is the general syntax of any kind of arithmetic instructions in ARM processor. Now let us see the various arithmetic operations available in ARM instruction set. There are add instruction. So this instruction performs Rn plus N. Rn is a 32-bit register. Then N is, it's having three sources, three kinds of sources. It may be 32-bit number of the register, and it can be an immediate number, or it can be a output of barrel shifter. So Rn plus N, and the result will be stored into destination register, that is RD. Then ADC is similar to add instruction, that is Rn plus N it performs. Then it adds the carry along with the result of this Rn plus N. Then the total result will be copied into RD register. Then coming to the third instruction, that is subtraction instruction. This performs Rn minus N. And SBC, it is similar to sub instruction but performs Rn minus N, and also it subtracts the complement of carry. So as we have seen in the previous microcontroller and processors 8051 and 8086, there the directly the carry status in the flag register is subtracted. Here it is different in ARM instruction set. The complement value of carry is subtracted. And in RSB instruction it is reverse subtraction. Here it performs Rn minus n. Here it performs n minus Rn. And similarly RSC, reverse subtraction with carry, similar to RSB, that is n minus Rn, and also it subtracts the complemented value of carry. Then the total result will be stored into RD register. Okay, so now let us look into some examples related to this arithmetic instructions. Look into this first example. It is a simple addition instruction. We have not appended the conditional and status field. Look into this. This add indicates mnemonic, nothing but instruction field. Then this R0, R1, comma R2, they are operands field. Here R0 acts as a RD, then R1 acts as a Rn, then R2 is nothing but N. Here N is a 32-bit register. So this pre-indicates the values. These are the values before the execution of this instruction. Just for our example purpose, we have taken this pre and post. Pre means before the execution of this instruction, post means after the execution of this add instruction. Let us assume that the R0 32-bit register contains this value. X indicates hexadecimal value. Then R1 contains 4. Then R2 contains 5. Then this instruction performs R1 plus R2, that is 4 plus 5, that is R1 plus R2 means it becomes 9. That 9 will be stored into R0, that is 9 is here. Then remember, there is no modification to these two sources. It remains 4 and 5. Got the idea? Okay. Now let us move on to the second example. In this example, there is a small modification. So here also there is no conditional field and status field. As well, just for this example, we have not appended. This add instruction performs. Here you see R0 is also acts as a destination, that is RD. R1 is Rn. Then this R2 comma LSL comma #2 indicates the barrel shifted output. This is nothing but N. So here the Rn, this N, nothing but the Rm value, that is R2. First it is logically left shifted by 2 position, that is initially R2 is how much? This is 5. So 5 is left shifted by 2 position. So left shift operation is nothing but what? Multiplication. Right shift means binary division. So if you shift it by 1 position means what? It will be multiplied by 2, that is 5 into 2, that is 10. Then it is shifted by 2 position means it will be multiplied by again 2, that is 10 into 2, that is 20. Then 20 plus 4, that is 24 in decimal it is. Okay, so that result is stored into R0. 24 in decimal is nothing but 18 in hexadecimal, because always the arithmetic instructions and the logical instruction results a binary value only. And one more thing, there is no modification to any of the source register, they are remain same. Coming to the third example, here we have written, that is in place of n we have written an immediate number. So this immediate number is added to R1. Let's say R1, initially R1 is 4, now the immediate number is 5. These two are added, then that value is stored into R0, and there is no modification to the R1 register. So this is what? Example 3. Now move on to the fourth one. Here ADC. ADC means addition with carry. So here R1 plus R2 along with carry. So these three data are added, then the result will be stored into R0. Initially 4, it is 5, and this is the CPSR register content. NZCV are the flag contents, that is NZCV. You can see it in flag register or the CPSR register. So here capital letter indicates 1, small letters indicates 0. So this 1 is added to 4 plus 5. This is 4 and this is 5. So 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 1 it is A. Now coming to the fifth example, look into this, the preconditions. Initially R0 is having this much, R1 is 9, R2 is 2, then these are the conditional flags. SBC means subtract with carry. So here R1 minus R2 minus complement of carry. You remember here carry is small letter means 0. If you complement it, it will become 1. Then what about R2? R2 is how much? It is 2. Okay. Then what about R1? R1 is 9. So 9 minus 2 minus 1. It will become how much? It is 6. And there is no modification to R1 and R2. They remain same. And also we have not used any S suffix here. So there is no modification to any of the conditional fields. Let us move on to the next example. Here it shows RSB. RSB means reverse subtraction. Reverse subtraction means here this is what Rn, this is n. Now n minus Rn takes place. That is 0 minus R1 instead of R1 minus 0. So you see here R1 is having 77. 0 minus R1 means usually this reverse subtraction is used to negate the content by subtracting 0. If you subtract any content by 0, then the negative value of that 77 will be stored in the destination register. See here 77, you perform 2's complement of this 77, you will get 0x, 4f's, then ff 89. Okay, so that is the minus of 77. Okay, but here the destination is only changed, then there is no change is made to source register, that is R1. Let us move on to the next one, that is 7th example. Here we have appended S field. Remember, so S field is used to update the NZCV flags in CPSR register or the conditional flags. Now assume that, so these are the conditional flags in CPSR register. Now R1 contains 0, 1. So 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is how much? It is 0. The R1 result contains 0. So just we are indicating that Z flag is from 0 to it becomes 1 here. Got the idea? Okay. Next, this is all about the universal arithmetic operations. Now we will move on to the logical instruction set. Here also same thing. The logical instruction set follows the same syntax which we have used in arithmetic instruction set, but the difference is these logical instruction performs bitwise logical operations. Okay, so as we have studied some of the basic operations like and, or, not, XOR, so those kind of operations can be implemented with the help of these instruction set. Again same syntax. The first field is instruction field where it represents the actual operation or the mnemonic, or it can be an operational code. And the optional conditional field, the logical instructions can also be executed conditionally. If condition is true, then only the logical instruction execution, otherwise not. So if this field is not included, then the instructions, logical instructions are always executed. Then coming to the third field, that is status field, and if we append the S suffix or the postfix to corresponding logical instruction, then that instruction, after the instruction execution, the status field in the CPSR may get affected based upon the result. Now coming to the fourth field, this fourth field is what? Again same thing. Here it contains 3 address formats. So one is for destination and other 2 for sources. Here destination is always a 32-bit register. In among 2 sources, Rn is a 32-bit register. So n can be a 32-bit register, or it may be barrel shifter output, or it can be an immediate number. Let us move on to the next slide that contains the various logical instructions available in ARM processor. So these are the logical instructions available in ARM instruction set. So this simple logical AND operation, between Rn and n, that the result will be stored into Rd. Remember, the AND operation is taken place bitwise. Okay. Then ORR, this instruction performs logical OR operation, and that result will be stored into destination register. Then EVO or exclusive OR. Okay, so Rn is exclusive OR with n, then the result will be stored into Rd. BIC is a special logical instructions in ARM instruction set where it performs AND operation only, but before AND operation the n is complemented. Nothing but AND NOT operation. It performs AND NOT operations. First it complements the n value, then it is ANDed to Rn, then the result will be stored into Rd. Okay, so basically we should understand actual what are the operations of AND or XOR and NOT operations. So AND operation performs when both the inputs are 0 0, then the output is 0, then 0 1 output is 0, then 1 0 output is 0. So when both the inputs are 1, then only the output is 1, in that is in case of AND. So basically the AND operation is used to mask off certain bits in the data. Then OR operation, when both the inputs are 0 0, then only the output is 0. In all remaining cases the output is 1. So this OR instruction is used to set certain bits in the data. Then EVO or exclusive OR operation, it's a special OR operation. So where it follows the first three sets of OR operation, that is 0 0, 0 1, 1 0. But in case of XOR operation, whenever both the inputs are 1 1, then only the output, then the output of XOR operation is 0 instead of 1 as in the case of OR operation. So here remember, exclusive OR operation is used to clear certain data. That is, when both the inputs are same, then the output is 0. For 0 0 the output is 0. For 1 1 the output is 0. In remaining two cases, exclusive OR operation output is 1. So we'll move on to the next slide. So let us begin with these logical instructions with some examples. So in example 1, so look at this simple AND operation. So this AND operation performs bitwise logical AND operation between R1 and R2, then the result will be stored into R0. Here you see the preconditions 0 0, 1 2 3 4 5 7 8 8, then 0 F 0 F. Now perform AND operation. So let us consider this lower nibble first, that is 8 and F. 8 means what? 1 triple 0. Okay, F means 1 1 1. Now and these two, so 0 ANDed with 1 you will get 0, then 0 is ANDed with 1 you will get 0, 0 is ANDed with 1 you will get 0. Similarly 1 is ANDed with 1 you will get 1. See here, 0 ANDed with anything you will get 0. So 1 is ANDed with anything, you will get the same thing. Now let us consider the upper nibble, that is in lower byte, that is 7. 7 means 0 triple 1. Then this nibble is what? 4 zeros. Okay. Now and these two, 1 is 0 is ANDed with anything, you will get 0. Okay. So here it is 0 and this is 8. So the result is 0 8. So similarly, if F is ANDed with this 6, you will get 6 only. Okay. Then 5 is ANDed with 0, you will get 0. Okay. Similarly, other things. So this is the result of this AND operation. Note that there is no variation is made to R1 and R2, and also flag register, because we have not appended yes feed here, and this instruction is always executed because we have not appended any conditional feeds like equal, not equal, higher, less, or minus, plus, so like that. Let us move on to the next example. In this example we will be performing again the AND operation, but we have changed the source here. Here this becomes n and this is Rn, this is Rd. So first this R2 is left logically shifted right towards 1, so right by 1 position. So here R2 is how much? R2 is 0f, 0f, 0f like that. So if it is shifted right by one position, that is 0 0, let us consider this lower nibble only, because we have data in R1, that is this data Rn in lower nibble only. So anything added with 0, you get 0 only. Okay, we have to concentrate on lower nibble now. Okay, so if this 0f, that is 0 0 0, f means 1 1 1 1. So this is logically right shifted by one position. Okay, then each bits are shifted towards right and 0 is inserted from the left. So it means here f is there. So it means what? In the previous nibble this is 1. So this 1 will come here, then 0 will go here, and similarly 0, then 0. So this becomes 8 now. Okay, then this 0 goes here, then these 3 bits are shifted towards right, so this becomes 7. Now after this operation, that is R2 logically right shifted by one position, the lower nibble becomes 87. 87 is what? 1000 0111. Now 12, so 12 means how much? 0 0 0 1, then 2 means 0 0 1 0. Okay, this is 12. 8 means 1000. Okay, then 7 means 0111. Now and these two, then the result will be stored into R0. 0 is ANDed with 1, you will get 0, then 1 is ANDed with 1, so this is 0, this is 0, and this is 0 0 0 0. So totally 0 2, and that result will be stored into R0 register. Let us move on to the next example where the n is changed. Here n is changed to an immediate number, so that immediate number is added to R1, that is 12. 12 means again same thing, 0 0 1 0, then 2 means 0 0 1 0. So 23, so 23 means 0 0 1 0. So here 12 means 0 0 1 here, that is wrong. Okay, so 2 3, so 0 0 1 1. What we will get? Here it is 0, this is 1, this is 0, this is 0, this is also 0, 0 is ANDed with 1 is 0, so then 0 is ANDed with 1, here also 0, so 0 0. So this is 0, this is 2. Okay, so this is the result of this third example. That is, and also one more thing, the source is not changed anyway. Okay, so in example 4, it performs OR operation. Now let us assume that these are the preconditions. R0 contains 0 initially, then R1 contains this data, then R2 contains this data. So it performs R1 OR with R2. As I said, OR is used to set certain data. So let us consider this 70 and 08. 70 means 0 111, okay, then 0 0 0 0. Then this is what? 0 0 0 0. 8 means 1 000. Okay, now 0 is odd with 0 0 0, this is 1. Then 1 is odd with 0 is 1, this is also 1, this is also 1, this is 0. So it means this is 7, this is 8. So 78. So similarly other digits. So it means if you OR any data with 0, you will get the same data. Okay, so similarly here 0 is odd with 7, you will get that same data. So similarly all other data, then the sources will not get affected from this instruction, and also there is no change is made to status bits because we have not appended any yes field here, and this instruction is always executed because we have not applied any conditions. Let us move on to the next example. Okay, so in this example, assume that, so these are the preconditions. R1 contains this data 01 02 03 04, then R2 contains this data. EVO or exclusive OR operation between R1 and R2. As I said, if exclusive OR operation is nothing but when both the inputs are same. If two inputs are same, then the output of that two inputs is what? 0. See here, 0 1, this also 0 1, the output is 0 0. Similarly 0 2, 0 2, output is 0, because let us take one example, 0 0 0 0 0 0, then 0 1, 0 1 means what, this much. So similarly 0 0 0 0, then 0 0 0 1. So 1 is XORed with 1, you will get 0. Similarly, if inputs are same, here all the inputs are same, here 0 0 0 is like that, so totally we get 0. So that's why 0 1 XORed with 0 1, you will get 0. So similarly 0 2 0 2, you will get 0. Now at this point 0 is XORed with anything, you will get same thing, that is 0 3. Again same thing, 0 is XORed with anything here, that you will get same thing, that is 33. So here 0 4 is XORed with 40, you will get 44. Again there is no change is made to any of the source resistors, that is R1 and R2. So let us move on to the next example, very interesting one. So that is BIC, bit clear. Bit clear means here first R2 is negated, it is R2 is how much, 0F 0F. So it becomes F0, F0, it is complemented, F0, okay. Then the last byte is what, F0. Okay, so this data is ANDed with R1 data. So R1 data is how much, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 H. Okay, so AND operation means what, if you AND any data with F, you will get the same data. If you AND any data with 0, you will get 0. 0 ANDed with anything is 0. So here, so wherever the bits F are written initially, so those bits are cleared. See here, wherever you have written F, those bits are cleared. So that is the meaning of bit clear. Okay. So this is about the bit clear operation. Remember, and not operation. Okay. So now, so what we learned from this session is, so we have studied arithmetic and logical operation syntax, because it's necessary for programming. If you have written wrong instructions, mnemonic, so always we have to use the same syntax. If you are writing a move instruction, see for example, we have used move mnemonic here in ARM instructions in order to transfer the data from one register to another register, or an immediate number to any register. Suppose if you have written MOVE instruction, this is not available in ARM instruction set, then automatically the assembler will results an error saying that this is out of the instruction set. So for that reason, always we have to understand the syntax or the format of arithmetic and logical instructions. And also we have studied various arithmetic and logical instructions, and also we have analyzed the results of different arithmetic and logical operations. So let us do some test. So what we have understood so far, based upon arithmetic and logical operations. Let us have some multiple choice questions. The first one, see here on the screen, which among the following data processing instructions doesn't use the barrel shifter? Look at these instructions carefully. A, add R2, R5, R4. Okay, so here R5 content is added to R4, then the result is stored into R2. Then here add R5, R4, LSL has 2. Here you can see it looks like only 2 operands. So RD is missing here, but in this case always the ARM takes R5 itself as a RD. So first it performs R4 logical left shift by 2 position, then that is content is added to R5, then the result is also stored into R5. Okay. Here also in C instruction you have LSR, nothing but logical shift right or something. So here rotate right, that is R4 rotate right. So among these 4 instructions, he is asking which instruction is not using barrel shifter. The answer is A, because here there is no LSR, LSL or ROR instructions, logical barrel shifter operation. There are no any barrel shifter operations here. Now move on to the second question, that is in add equal, that is add eq r0 comma r1 comma r2 instruction executes when which flag is set to 1. Okay, look into this instruction. So this performs, here you can see the conditional feed, that is eq conditional feed. It checks one flag in flag list, that is NZCV flags. Out of 4 flags it will check for one flag, then based upon that flag, if it is set, then only R1 is added to R2, then the result is stored into R0 register. Now can you tell me which flag it will check? It will add this R1 and R2, then the result will be stored into R0 only when equal condition exists. How this condition is tested? The condition is tested in the flag register or the CPSR register, that too in conditional feeds. Now what's the answer? The answer is B, that is Z flag. So Z flag, whenever the Z flag is set to 1, this instruction will get executed. Otherwise this addition will not be performed. So let us move on to the third question, that is if R0 equal to 055 and R1 equal to 055, then after EVOR, as I said, when both the inputs are 00 or 11, and inputs, when inputs are same, the output is 0. Now here it performs XOR operation between 55 and 55. Now tell me what's the answer for this? The answer is C, 00, because as I said, when both the inputs are same, the output is 0 for XOR operation. Let us see the next example. If R1 equal to 34, R2 equal to 0F, then after ORR operation, what will be the content of R0? Just think of it. You write the values here, 34 and 0F, then perform OR operation. The result is C, that is 3F. As I said, so here 3 is odd with 0, then 4 is odd with F. Okay, so here 0 is odd with anything, you will get the same thing. So F is odd with anything, you will get F only, because here all ones, whatever may be the data here, always the result is 1. So let us move on to the next question. Okay, so here this instruction will be completed later. Okay, so this is all about the second is, that is addition with carry. The third instruction which causes software exceptions, which will be covered later. Then the fourth option, to returning from subroutine, this is also covered later. Then copy a complement of 4 into R1, which was covered in the previous session itself. So let us move on to the next slide, that is descriptive questions again. Here this question was asked for 10 marks in November 2019 exam. So here this RSA means reverse subtraction. So instead of R1 minus R2, it performs R2 minus R1, then the result will be stored into R0. And BIC, as I said, bit clear, nothing but it performs not of this 256 first, then this is added to this R1, then the result is stored into R0. Then this swap will be covered later, then compare will be covered in the next session. Then add, so very simple instruction, R1 plus R2, then the result will be stored into R0. So remember, all these instructions will not affect any status feed, because we have not appended yes feed, and all these instructions are executed unconditionally because we have not appended any conditional feed. Fine. Next, so some of the questions may be asked in your future exams also, that is explain and your instructions with examples for 5 marks. Next, list some of the arithmetic operations, write useful of logical operations. Okay, so this is all about the descriptive questions. And lastly, I'll be thankful to our moderators, Kumar Nayak sir, and also our expert Ranga Shamaya sir, and our whole team to prepare this e-content. And I thank you, and thank you one and all.